Some of you have been asking questions about who I am and how I became a GP. In this video, I'll be sharing some of those insights and I'll be answering some of your questions. So please stick around till the end. My name is Dr. Zulqarnain Ahmed. I'm a GP in Bolton and I make videos about health, productivity and lifestyle.
Question 1. Describe your journey into becoming a GP.
Right, really interesting question. So basically my journey started when I went into medicine, which was back home in Pakistan, because that's where I'm originally from. So I'm an international medical graduate. So I graduated from a university called Islamic International Medical College. And I came here to this country back in 2008. And after that I had to do my PLAB examination, and one of the requirements for the PLAB was that I had to do an English language exam called IELTS. So I did that, and after that I went to London. I stayed there for a few months, and I did my PLAB, and after that I started applying for jobs, and my first job was down in Yeovil in Somerset, in a place which I haven't even heard of prior to coming to the UK. So that's where I went. I did my foundation training, then I came back because all my family was here in Bolton. So then I applied for a GP training in Northwest, and I got myself a job in East Lancashire GP training program. And that's where I trained, and since then I qualified back in January 2016, and since then I've been working as a local GP. So that was quite a long answer to a short question.
Question 2. What do you like most about being a GP?
Right, really interesting question. There's so many things which I like about being a GP. But I think technically speaking, the thing which I really like about the GP is the variety. Because we're never sure what's going to walk through that door. It could well be something quite simple and straightforward, like a sore throat or a sore ear, to something really life-changing like cancer or a chronic disease, and everything in between. So I think that keeps us on our toes all the time, and that's one of the perks of being a GP, because you have to be on your on top of your game to sort of really identify what's coming through the door, and that's what really keeps us motivated. And we can also learn from those experiences as well, and our experience of our patients as well as our own and the decisions we make. So that's what I really like about GP.
Question 3. If there's one thing you would change about being a GP, what would it be and why?
Right, okay. Like we know with every job, there are things which you like about the job and there are things which you don't like about the job. I think if there was one thing which I would like to change about being a GP is doing admin work, and I think that's more to do with, it's not more medical, and that's more to do with how to sort of be more organized and how to sort of fill all those forms and countless other things which you have to do, and countless clicks which you have to do as part of your daily routine as a GP. So if it was one thing I would change, I think it would be to make the life of GPs a lot easier by doing less admin work, and perhaps training more admin staff to do that kind of work.
Question 4. Describe a typical day as a GP.
Right, okay. Every day is different. As we know, the workload can be different, and depending upon the season, what we see can be different. However, on a normal typical day, I'll go in the morning about 8 or half 8 in the morning. My clinic starts at 9. So before that I might do some admin work if I have some time. Otherwise I'll start with my morning clinic, which is which consists of 15 or 16 patients in the morning, and after that I will have 1 or 2 home visits, and once I've done my home visits I'll take a short break for lunch, and I'll also do some admin work at that time, which means looking at the blood results, looking at the blood test and lab reports, looking at the letters which come from hospital, and we might need to action them, or we might need to make certain changes into the treatment plan for patients, or we might need to add certain medication. And after that I'll have an afternoon clinic in which I might have 12 to 13 patients, but I'm usually on call in the afternoon as well, so that starts at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon till about 6, but sometimes it can last a bit longer. Sometimes I'm finishing about 7 o'clock or even later than that, depending on the day.
Last question. For someone who's thinking of going into medicine, what's one piece of advice you would give them?
Oh, that's a tricky one. I think one piece of advice would be to do something which you really like and what really sort of motivates you, because it's not something which you will be doing for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It's a lifelong journey, so make sure you make your passion into your job, and that is the key to success. So if you're passionate about making difference in people's lives, and if you're passionate about solving problems, and if you're passionate about patient contact, then GP is your best bet. But if you don't enjoy that, then maybe that's not so good of an idea. So perhaps you might want to consider other roles, for example, being a radiologist or being a histopathologist, in which there's not a lot of patient contact. So yeah, make your passion your job and you'll be successful. So that was all for today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll be making more videos about GP career and advice. And if you have any further questions, put them in the comments below. If you worked with myself, either in Yeovil or in Blackburn, please say hi, and that would be great. Thank you very much. May peace be upon you. Bye.